Hello, I'm back again with another spookily lit video because once again, it's another spooky, paranormal, supernatural topic. In my last spooky paranormal video that I did about 2 weeks ago, I think, the one I was talking about my ghost and paranormal experiences and whatnot, I mentioned an experience that I had that was still kind of paranormal, but not really ghost related, not really spirit related, not really me seeing a ghost or a spirit or anything like that. But it was still paranormal. It was still supernatural to some degree. Sorry about that. I have sinuses a little bit. That's why I've been gone for 2 weeks, or not made a video in 2 weeks, by the way. But yeah. So yeah, this experience is still I still consider it a paranormal in a way and supernatural in a way. And yeah, I'll start off this experience by telling you a little background information. My sister, my middle sister, one that's closest to me in age, used to have this friend, a really close friend of hers, whose name was Kristen. I'm not mentioning her last name because, yeah, but yeah, her name was Christian. Kristen. It is spelled with a Y instead of an I, but yeah, Kristen. And I developed somewhat of a crush on her because she was really nice to me. She was really cool with me. She actually spent some time with me. She wasn't really close to me in age because, in reality, I think she was the same age as my sister, and my sister's 3 years older than me. But yeah, she was real nice to me. She was always real nice and real friendly and cool with me, and she didn't think I was an annoying little brother or whatever. So yeah, I had a kind of a decent crush on her, and I like spending time with her. When she was around at the house over at Steph, or when she hung out with my sister. So yeah, but this experience happened when we went to the fair. Well, no, it didn't really happen at the fair per se, but it starts at the fair, the town fair, the town festival that we have almost every year. I don't remember which one it was because there's another one that's in another small town that's right beside ours. I don't remember which one it was, but it was one of them. But yeah, it starts there. I was, you know, running around being a kid, being a stupid kid, running around hanging out with my friends, but I also was running around hanging out with my sister and her friends as well. Especially Kristen. I hung around them a lot that day. And, she was always real nice to me. I even got to ride rides with her, and it was a real nice experience. It was a fun experience. I enjoyed it a lot. And after everything was going off, me, I think my sister went home with another friend, and I went home with my mom. My sister didn't go home with Kristen, by the way. But yeah, I went home with my mom. And I didn't think anything of it at the time. I didn't have nothing, no weirdness, no nothing. There was no indication that anything was going to happen that night or anything that was going to, yeah. But as we're driving home, or mom's driving home, and I'm sitting in the front seat, all of a sudden, I get this really dreadful feeling, like pure dread, like pure sadness, pure. I don't know how to explain it exactly. Where you can just feel like something, you just felt like you get stabbed in the fucking heart, or like something was just torn from you, or something. You just felt like something awful, horrible feeling. It was just all of a sudden, it just came, and I didn't know where it came from. I was sitting there, and it was something I just got this depressive, distraught, dreadful, sad. I don't know if morose is that the right word for it, but you know what I mean. That kind of feeling, and it just hit me hard. And I didn't say anything to my mom once I got this feeling. I didn't say anything to anybody else. And I just had this pit in my stomach, and this, sometimes sometimes it was kind of almost like it had the, when you get a fear of like something bad was going to fucking happen, whether it was to you or whatever. It was sort of like that, but it was more imposing, more oppressive, more. It just had a lot of dread and sadness, and like it was unshakable. It just made me completely lock up and completely like I literally stared at the fucking dashboard, and I didn't even realize I was staring at the dashboard. Not dashboard, but the you know what I'm talking about. The airbag is where the passenger seat is. And I stared at that, and I didn't even realize I was just like staring at the ground half the time, or staring that low. And if mom said anything to me that entire car ride back home, I had no clue. I don't remember because I think whatever this was completely blinded me, completely shut me off to the rest of the world. And I don't know if I said anything to my mom or anything else. But once we got home, I literally went straight to my room, and I think I maybe, and I didn't say anything to my mom. At least I don't remember saying anything to my mom. And I laid down straight in bed. I don't even know if I was tired or not. I don't remember. But I don't think I was tired. I think it was just I couldn't shake this fucking feeling. I couldn't. I think I might have said something to my mom about like I didn't feel good or something. Maybe that's why she didn't say anything or push me any further or make sure I was okay or anything. She probably just thought I was tired or maybe I ate bad food or something. I don't know. But I couldn't shake this feeling, and I was laid in my bed, turned, tossed the entire night. I didn't sleep that great at all that night, and I couldn't shake it. Eventually, I woke up with probably maybe 5 hours, maybe 4 or 5 hours of sleep. Maybe not that much at all. I don't remember exactly how much sleep I got, but very little sleep. And I went to school. I still had this feeling like something was wrong, something was off, and something was bad, and it was like weighing on me, and I couldn't shake it. What it was, I didn't know what it was, and it was just it stayed with me even through the bus ride. And then as soon as I got through to school, it was still there until later at school. I found out that my sister's friend, the one I was talking about earlier, the one I had a crush on, the one I spent time with at the fair, the one I spent time with in the past, apparently had a car accident. and got killed that night, than that previous night. And it just hit me even harder, like more like a rock. It was like someone literally punched me in the fucking stomach, and I was like, I think I literally fucking went to the bathroom once I heard about it and fucking threw up at school. I didn't get sent home or anything, but I think I did throw up in the bathroom at school when I heard that. And it was just, yeah, awful. And people think, how would those experiences related to each other? Well, I found out later that the time of her car accident, when she actually, had the accident and got killed, around the time that's when me and mom was driving home, from the fair, the festival, and she got killed around the same time. So I think, and this is just what I think, and I don't know if this is what it was, what the cause of it was, or not. I don't know, but I think somehow, some I don't know, some way, I sensed that something was happening to her. I sensed that she was being hurt and dying, and that's why I got the sudden despair, sudden distraught, sudden, sadness, sudden, like something, yeah, that horrible, bad, awful feeling that I got in that car ride. I think that's what it was. At least somehow I sensed it, and somehow, yeah, because like I said, I found out later it was the same time, pretty much the same time when we were going home, driving home. It was almost around the same time where I started feeling that as when it was happening, the wreck with her. And yeah, it's just there's no other. I don't know how to else explain it. People could chalk it up to like it was just a coincidence. It was just a coincidence that all that happened at the same time you were feeling like like literal death, literal like your heart was being ripped out of your fucking chest or stuff. That yeah, it was literal. And people will say, "Oh, that was just a coincidence." I don't think so. I feel like I sensed it somehow, whether it was a sixth sense or whatever. And no, I'm not saying that I'm psychic and I can sense the fucking dead or sense when people die. It was only a one time thing. I've never had it again with anybody else that was close to me. Even my own grandpa, when he passed away, I didn't sense anything. And I was the closest to him than I could have been to anybody else. The rest of my family, I didn't sense a thing, you know, sense that he was dying or anything. I knew he was eventually going to pass away, but I never, I didn't sense it like I'd sense this, like I sensed that the car wreck. I didn't like said have flashes of memory or anything like that. It was just a sense, whether it was a sixth sense or whatever, or maybe just at that moment I was fucking in tune with something. I really don't know, but it was an experience, and I really hope I never experience anything like it again because it was fucking awful. It was just fucking dreadful to go through. in reality, it makes me sad that I had, that all that happened, and I had no power to stop it. That if I did have any kind of know-how, extra know-how, I would have stopped it. That I couldn't do anything. This was just left with the fucking awful feeling in the pit of my stomach. My heart was being ripped out of my fucking chest. But yeah, that's the experience. Whether it counts as a paranormal or supernatural experience, that's up to anybody else to decide. I feel like it is. And whether it counts as a sixth sense experience, that's also up to interpretation as well. I feel like it is. At least it's my closest thing I've ever had to a sixth sense or sensing something that, you know, that I couldn't explain, basically. So, yeah, that's my sixth sense, paranormal, supernatural experience. Sorry if this was long, but yeah. See everybody later. Bye.